Hey everybody, this is Al Johnson from the Al Johnson Show. Thank you all for being here. Welcome back to the Al Johnson Show. I just said that twice. Anyway, thank you guys for being here and welcome back. And today I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do something I've been somewhat been wanting to do somewhat and kind of do a update to a update to an update. And what I mean by that is I have right here a list. You see, I have a list of particular content from Disney Plus, content done by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you guys don't know, I think about a year ago when Echo released, I did an updated ranking where I ranked the Disney Plus MCU content from worst to best. And since Echo, there's been more projects that have come out. And this year, there will be, I believe, 3 more projects coming out that, yes, will be updated as well after those projects are done. But I thought 4 right now, because we're riding high on Wonder Man, I figured, you know what? Let's do a new update to this ranking. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready and if you want to take part in this, do the following. Make sure you do the following, like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell whenever new videos are released. And let me know down below what is your ranking of these projects from the MCU on Disney Plus. And starting with, I'm going to go from what's the best. Starting at the bottom, I have I Am Groot, the little short series on Disney Plus. Now look, these are just harmless, childlike shorts. It's nothing that really hurtful in the grand scheme of things. It's just that overall, that's just meh. That's just a big old meh, in my opinion. But the actual was, if you exclude I Am Groot, but I'm gonna include it because it's on Disney Plus. I'm gonna say the second worst, but it's the actual worst. Secret Invasion. Again, if I remember correctly, I enjoyed most of the acting on that show, mainly from Ben Mendelsohn and Samuel L. Jackson. And I thought there were some nice things that were tackled, but overall, this show was stretched to 6 episodes and was redone multiple times and it was mad expensive to do a bunch of reshoots. And you could tell by watching it throughout that the story was just a big old nothing burger. And again, how do you take a great character like Nick Fury and just dwindle him down to a less charismatic person? That makes no sense. And also, where is Emilia Clarke's character? She's supposed to be more powerful than any character in the MCU. You know, nobody's seen from her or heard from her since. Wow. Illogical. Next up, we have Ironheart. Now look, as I said in my review of my videos for Ironheart, it is not the blame of Anthony Ramos, Ryan Coogler, and Dominique Thorne. It's the writing. While I somewhat like this better than Secret Invasion, the writing and the characters were massive letdowns. Again, they're supposed to be basically the next generation Iron Man, and she is as boring and selfish as can be. Now, yes, Tony was selfish in ways, but he had maturity throughout his run in the MCU. Riri Williams, in her second appearance in the MCU, no maturity. And again, the only reason why I somewhat dug the show was how well it was tackling magic and science. And also, we finally had Mephisto, the Marvel Devil in the MCU, played by Sacha Baron Cohen. And the ballsy way they ended that show with Riri Williams selling her soul to the devil to get her friend back from the dead. That's still ballsy, but the show is lackadaisical. I don't want to say lazy, it was just lackadaisical. Next, She-Hulk. Listen, I will defend this show to my dying day. I will also acknowledge that overall, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a good show. The writing for the most part, wasn't that great. The story wasn't that great. Some of the characters were not that great. But still, I enjoyed seeing Daredevil in a more comedic light. I liked Tatiana Maslany's performance as She-Hulk. But overall, like I said, the writing, the characters, characterizations, and the storytelling let down. And reading reports about how they had to retool the show and restructure it and how jumbled up it was. Again, I don't think it's as bad as the internet made it out to be, but overall it just wasn't good, in my opinion. Then we have Echo. Now, it's a bit of a jump from She-Hulk to Echo, but overall, the show Echo, it kind of left a lot to be desired. It to me, I find it underappreciated, and apparently there was a deleted episode from this pile, which would have overall made the show feel a bit more complete. But at 5 episodes, yeah, there was something missing from it. And also, how is it that Allegra Cox hasn't been brought back as a character? That makes no sense. To me, at least, it makes no sense. The show gets too much hate, but overall, the show, it was a decent experience, just wasn't overall great. And now, a bigger jump in quality from Echo. Next up is Hawkeye. Are we getting a season 2 or not, Marvel? Please let me know. But as we have it right now, 4.5 years later, this show, it was fun. It was a great grounded story. I enjoyed the chemistry between Clint Barton and Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld, and great way of putting Yelena in the story, and a fabulous reintroduction to Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. Either we get season 2 or we don't. It doesn't matter. I enjoy this show a lot. Next, Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's kind of a bit sad how this show springboarded Captain America Brave New World. Yeah, it was almost like it felt like an extension of the show, but those two are somewhat different from each other, even though they kind of feel the same. I was somewhat disappointed by Brave New World, but Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think, is underappreciated and underrated. There were so many things that were mined from the show. Sam being Captain America, the introduction of John Walker, the U.S. agent, Bucky continuing his journey, and again, the fact that they had to switch up a virus plotline because of the pandemic, yeah, somewhat hurt the show. And the laughable hate this and Brave New World gets is astounding. By the way, Sam Wilson is Captain America. I love Steve Rogers, but right now, Sam is Captain America. And if you can't accept that, I don't know what to tell you. Up next, Werewolf by Night. Now, apparently, Michael Giacchino is developing a sequel to this. If he is, I hope it's as good, maybe better. Not to say this one wasn't good, because it really was. Now, I saw both versions of this. I saw the black and white version as intended by the style, and I saw it in color, which I preferred, because I just love seeing colors pop on screen. But either version, like with the upcoming Spider-Man Noir show, it's a great experience. But for Werewolf by Night, it was, at the time, surprisingly violent. And again, great introduction of the characters Werewolf by Night, also Bloodstone, Man-Thing, and great mythology for the world of monsters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not like monsters like the Chitauri or other things, but like werewolves and Man-Thing and all that stuff. Even vampires, if we still get that Blade movie. But yeah, Werewolf by Night, phenomenal. Moon Knight, again, this show, it gets too much hate. And also, again, how was Oscar Isaac not nominated for an Emmy for his amazing performance? How he was able to pull off playing Mark Spector and Stephen Grant, and the post-credit scene at the end teasing Jake Lockley. Are we ever going to get that second season? It's kind of unlikely we are, but I still hope we get a second season. But overall, this show, it was different. Yeah, some things were left to be decided in some of the writing, and maybe some of the story didn't mesh up well. But I enjoyed the show. I will never understand the hate for the show. Moon Knight was amazing, particularly because of Oscar Isaac, in my opinion. Next up, What If, the entire series. Yes, the final season, season 3, left a lot to be decided. And as I said in my last updated video, this show could have been mined forever because there were so many possibilities to do with What If. And it kind of sucks that the show ended with a whimper and a bang because season 1 and in my opinion season 2 were straight bangers. Absolute bangers. And yeah, season 3 kind of pushed the quality of the show down a peg, but overall, the overall experience of the show, I quite enjoyed it. Overall, I dug almost everything about What If, in my opinion. Next up, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Now, this was a beautiful prelude to the end of the Guardians as we know it under James Gunn with Guardians 3. But the special was a lot of fun. The team up with Mantis and Drax and the appearance of Kevin Bacon was great. And just like with the Guardians projects, a lot of great heart and beautiful emotions in it. I hope we get another holiday special of this kind and maybe see the new Guardians of the Galaxy team down the line, in my opinion. Next up, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1. Season 2 will be on the way, I believe, in the summertime. But Season 1, a massive surprise. Of course, I was looking forward to it because, cool, new Spider-Man cartoon, and it's loosely a prequel to Tom Holland's run in the MCU as Spider-Man. But I did not expect the twists, the turns, and the way they developed this different universe with Tom Holland's Spider-Man versus our world where you had Norman Osborn instead of Tony Stark. And just overall, like the animation was spectacular, no pun intended. And just everything about it, the characters were incredible. And the way the show set up season 2, I'm looking forward to it. And everything after that. Even season 3. Also, P.S. X-Men 97 is not on a list. It's not in the MCU. It's basically a continuation of the classic cartoon, but it's years later. So X-Men 97 is not on here. But that show was awesome. I can't wait for season 2. But after Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is Agatha All Along. Who would have ever thought a spin-off of WandaVision would be as beautiful and compelling as it was? I'm excited for Vision Quest this year, but Agatha All Along, listen. All I can say is, if you guys have not seen my coverage of the show, or if you've not seen the show, you should see it. Just amazing. And I can't wait to see Wiccan and more of Ghost Agatha, just Agatha, period, and more of Aubrey Plaza as Lady Death. But this show, it was magical. I was excited for it, but I did not expect to love it as I did. Next up, Daredevil Born Again Season 1. I know it's kind of a mixed bag to some because of how they had to retool what it originally was to what the new creative team is doing. But look, despite what it was, I enjoyed the show and I'm looking forward to season 2. Everything, it was just as violent as the Netflix one. But overall, man, Daredevil Born Again, what a show, man. I'm looking forward to it. Miss Marvel, amazing. Amazing. My sister, who was not looking forward to seeing it, was hooked from episode 1 all throughout its run. And Amal Vellani is a superstar in the making. If you have not seen Miss Marvel, please watch it. It's quite beautiful. Next up, Wonder Man. If you guys haven't seen my review on it, you know how I feel about it. It is quite amazing. And number 1, Loki. Why? Because it is glorious. Tom Hiddleston, he knocks it out of the park every time. And this show is no different. These 2 seasons were amazingly beautiful. So yeah, Loki is number 1. Thank you guys for watching. That's my updated ranking of the MCU Disney Plus shows. And as always, thank you all for watching. Peace.